Your family will reject you. You will be a shame to your children.
In Washington, D.C., those ICE agents being heckled just kidnapped a man in front of school kids.
Your children will hate you. They're embarrassed of what you do. They're embarrassed by you. Shameful. The church condemns you, and you will pay for what you've done. Do you understand? You will pay for what you've done.
Hello, everybody. David Shuster here. Full disclosure, the guy giving ICE agents an earful is a friend of mine and has long been one of my favorite people on this planet. Alex Lawson is a progressive activist and simply a wonderful human being. I learned about Alex's recent experience with ICE through Facebook. Alex posted a note saying, "I had an encounter with ICE this morning while walking my kids to school directly in front of my house. Luckily, other parents were able to take my children ahead so they weren't traumatized. I've told them about the boys kidnapping people for being brown, and especially my 7-year-old covers her ears in fear. I keep my kids in kid world, but I don't lie to them about the grown-up world either. The hardest part of turning back to confront and video the broad daylight snatching of a human being by masked and unmasked thugs was the proximity of my and other children walking to school. It was scary. But then I called to mind Pope Leo's exhortation and made my way back."
What's your name? Are you police officers?
Sir, could you back up for a moment? Because there's a police line. I'm going to ask you to back up.
Where's the line?
On the sidewalk.
Where's the
Stay
line?
on the sidewalk for me.
Where's
Thank
the
you.
line?
I really
This is
appreciate
also
this.
this is
I
private
understand that,
property.
and I'm
This is
asking you to
public
step.
property.
I'm asking you to stay
Who
on the
are you?
sidewalk.
What's your name?
Sir, my emblem is placed right here.
Yeah,
You can
what's
see it
your
right
name?
there.
What's
and
your
I'm
name
going to
and
ask you
badge
to back
number?
up. I'm going to ask you to back up.
What's your name and badge number?
Sir, again, I asked you once. I'm asking you to back up to the police line. Thank you so much.
You guys are fascists. You know that? And your judgment day is coming. You think you're going to get away with this? You're not. You're not. You're not going to get away with this.
That is not right.
You're going to prison. Prison is the best that is going to happen to you. The Hague is where you're going. The Hague.
You are. You are.
Disgusting. You're disgusting. You're a disgusting person. You're ruining this country. You are ruining this country for a paycheck because you're a coward. A coward.
This is not your country.
You're arresting, you're kidnapping hardworking people who are just here trying to live so that you can make a paycheck. You know what? Retribution for that is coming. You're going to face your day in court and you're going to lose. Your family will reject you. You will be a shame to your children. Your children will hate you. They're embarrassed of what you do. They're embarrassed by you. Shameful. The church condemns you, and you will pay for what you've done. Do you understand? You will pay for what you've done.
Kudos to Alex Lawson. He spoke for many of us. And in the heat of the moment, as a parent, when your kids have been traumatized by an arrest and you're trying to confront the federal goons, I cannot imagine staying calm and being able to hold things together. So again, respect and credit to Alex Lawson and to so many of you who have suddenly faced the arrival of ICE and recorded the agents in your neighborhood or near your business or at your church or school. It takes a special fortitude to stay calm, defiant, and peaceful. If the name Alex Lawson sounds familiar, it's because Alex has done some remarkable work in Washington on other issues. He's the director of Social Security Works, an organization dedicated to maintaining and improving the program, and he's testified repeatedly to Congress recently about public polling.
Republicans, independents, Democrats all agree that not one single penny should be cut from Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and other benefits. There is absolute bipartisan agreement among people everywhere in this country except here in Washington, D.C.
And in Washington, when lawmakers have defied their constituents' desires and cut programs, Lawson has confronted the lawmakers, including on camera.
Congresswoman, I was wondering if you would just talk to us on your way over to the conference meeting?
No. That is Republican Congresswoman Marionette Miller Meeks of Iowa.
Last time you spoke with us, you lied to our face and said that you weren't going to vote for Medicaid cuts. But then you've actually voted for the largest cuts to Medicaid in the history of the country. Do you have any comments on that? Do you have any comment on the 4 hospitals in your district that are going to close because of your vote? Representative Miller-Meeks, I'm wondering if you have any comment on the health care that 67,000 people in your district are going to lose? Does it concern you that you only won by 800 votes?
The Congresswoman never responded. Alex Lawson's courage, his sense of justice, and his peaceful free speech approach have long been inspiring. One of my favorite media projects of all time was some volunteer work I did 13 years ago for a remarkable community radio station in DC that Alex Lawson helped to start.
Right, that is actually an integral part of the vision that when Kimon and I and Cliff started working on this, we really want to make sure that this station is used to raise people's voices. We're broadcasting live from the banks of the Anacostia directly into the halls of Congress every day, 7 days a week.
The station is still doing that, and it has long been a pillar of the Washington, D.C. community. Now, like so many other communities across the United States, D.C. is facing an onslaught of ICE agents, raids, and the trampling of basic constitutional rights. According to federal data, more than 90% of the people being arrested are peaceful, law-abiding migrant workers with no violent criminal record. Still, these human beings are getting snatched and kidnapped in front of us, and often in front of their children and ours. The Trump deportation regime is a stain on human dignity. We may not know where or when the next unlawful and warrantless raid may take place, but let us all be so lucky as to have people like Alex Lawson who happen to be there to bear witness, record, and give federal agents an earful. Someday, as Alex noted, there will be a reckoning, a judgment day for thugs who put ICE paychecks ahead of basic humanity. And when that reckoning comes, all of us and all of our children will learn the most valuable lesson of all. In America, justice can prevail. By the way, one of the latest debates among Republicans involves House member Nancy Mace of South Carolina. She recently had to walk alone through part of the Charleston airport after local police initially missed their assignment to escort her. Mace erupted at the police.
Did I drop an F-bomb? I hope so. Did I call them incompetent? I hope I did, because they earned it. So I am not going to apologize for holding people accountable for their work product. I'm just not going to do it. I, again, have had over 24 security breaches at this airport so far this year, and we're only 10 months in, basically.
You look at the headlines recently, Sandra, and you got an apoplectic congresswoman who's having a psychotic episode in Charleston at an airport.
Check out that video at the link below. It generated a lot of comments on YouTube. One of the most popular is from RCL, who wrote of Republicans, "They all need to be ousted." I hear you. I look forward to reading your comments about Trump administration ICE agents in Washington, D.C. getting shamed in epic fashion. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.